If he turns up once again with figures like that today, I, for one, think that Jamie Bain could cause Alan Norris a couple of problems. Bain is very much the outsider, but I may think that the bookies have got this one slightly lopsided. Paul Nicholson, would you go along with that?
I would. Based on current form.
First leg, Jamie to throw first. Game on.
It all depends, really, which Alan Norris turns up. Dan made the points earlier as well.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I think even Alan would admit that he's been quite erratic lately. And here we have another opportunity for him to show his brilliance and get some consistency, which is, I think, what he's craving right now.
80.
But Jamie Bain was brilliant yesterday. He was just fast, furious, and just exceptional to watch. I mean, he didn't miss much.
Yeah. Well, his first three-dart average yesterday was 137. It's not quite the case in this opening leg here. 156 scored after 6 darts as Alan Norris tries to G himself up. Alan Norris has been seeded for every one of these European Tour events so far this year. He's lost his first match on 3 occasions so far. Has made it through to the last 16 on 3 further occasions, but never beyond that this year. Had that terrific run, of course, to the title in Hildesheim in October of last year when he beat Jelle Klaassen for his first Euro Tour final and his 3rd ranking title of his career.
100.
He's picked up another one since then. He got the first Players' Championship of this year, beating Peter Jakes in the final.
81.
So he has had a win this year, but since then he just has gone missing a bit.
116.
Yeah, a couple of Players' Championship events for Alan Norris. Great darts from Jamie Bain to get himself down to a finish of double 16. On the Bain throw. Norris will just look to try and do some damage here, though. Tops taking his time.
Well, he's backing away because that 15 was only just in. It might have just slipped a little bit. But that didn't slip. And the emotion from Chuck is there from the very start. When he's in the mood, he is so aggressive. He's like a gorilla, just beating his chest and not letting you have a piece of that banana.
Well, Norris is currently 20th in the European Tour Order of Merit. He's frustrated with that one as well, but he may be one of these players feeling slightly more pressure than most because of the new rule brought in by the PDC concerning seeded players suffering a second round defeat. They take the prize money, but they don't have the prize money put on their ranking tally.
It affects people. You just hear the chatter around the tour, and the guys who are seeded, they do say, got to win today, got to make it count.
100.
So he's managed to secure 3 third-round places in this European Tour so far this year. So that's £9,000 towards his ranking.
Well, Jamie Bain hasn't quite got his dart shirts finished yet. I've seen the design, courtesy of his new manager, Matt Ward.
99.
Something to do with a Batman villain called Bain. Rather,
I am enlightened.
Rather apt. So stay tuned for that. But I think he's missed a trick, you see, because we're in Austria.
Go on.
He could have had something to do with a Simpsons character called Rainier Wolfcastle, who was a mock Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he's got a famous character in himself in The Simpsons called McBain. Now, Jamie's from Scotland, so Muck, and his name is Bain, so McBain. Is that just a nerd in me coming out?
You clearly need to have a word with him, Paul. I, for one, am lost for words. Bain, double 12, double 6 to level things up. One apiece, one break apiece as well. Good response from Bain.
Third leg, Jamie to throw first.
As per his walk-on song, nothing's going to bring me down. 115 checkout from Chuck in the first leg. Didn't bring him down because he snaps right back. Brings it back to 1-all. Jamie would have been at the venue today at a very similar time to his very close friend John Henderson, who's on next game. Both those guys from Northern Scotland. John from Huntly, which is in between Aberdeen and Inverness. Jamie from Aberdeen. Very proud of that as well.
100.
Always likes to rub into me that he lives right next to a golf course.
Yeah, some belters up there as well.
80.
Jamie told me a very good story at the beginning of this season. Spent a bit of time with him at Q School, where he topped the points table. He said that he had his darts stolen a few seasons back,
80.
and it really messed with his head because he loves this set of darts, and they're almost irreplaceable. He couldn't get a replacement
60.
set, so he had 2 of these ones and an odd one. And the person who accidentally on purpose lifted the one that was missing, it turned
57.
up in the same place where he practices a few months later in the random box of darts. So I think the person who took it accidentally on purpose had a conscience.
59.
And since he's got his darts back, he's played genuinely better.
Well, he's not really hitting the heights of what he achieved yesterday so far, but he's in contention here. It's been a very scratchy leg from both players.
30.
Down to 130 after 15 darts. Is that in?
48. And you're at 164.
2 treble 19s would have left the ball at 76.
83.
And I'm rather puzzled by that dart. I thought he was going for treble 16. It wasn't really close to it. This is double top.
42. And you require 81.
Now, Alan Norris should really be sitting on something a lot less than 81. I think he's frustrated with some of the decision making. But now he knows he's got the ball. And he hits it.
He shot to the third leg.
He made a mistake in the previous visit by not focusing on the treble that he wanted, but he has rescued the situation. And that flick of the eyes there is a little sigh of relief, I feel.
Yeah, well, Norris finishing today has been absolutely superb. 115 checkout in the opener for the break of throw. And then another break of throw just there with the 81 checkout on the bull.
100.
He's got 88 left, Rob.
Okay.
And he's, in my eyes, it looks like he's gone for a treble 19. I mean, have you ever seen the like?
Because he'd already, I mean, he was in that zone, wasn't he? I think he may have just, the momentum might have just taken over. And
well, 88, 57 off 88 is 31. He's not going for the treble 7. He's not.
96.
He's nowhere near the treble 16. And the guide that he had from the first start, it was a perfect one for a treble 19.
99.
He's definitely been going for it, and I'm not sure why he did that. It is starting to hot up in this arena. It was very, very warm last night by the time we finished after the Rusty Jake Rodriguez show.
98.
But Alan Norris should be comfortable in these atmospheres because he's won in hot atmospheres like this, just like Hildesheim last October. This time he's checking with the referee to see what he's got left.
66 scored.
78.
Well, he squared it off nicely.
Even that 78 brought a smile to the referee's face. George Noble probably saying, I've never seen 78 that way before, and I don't think I have either.
And you recall
That's what you call a good miss on treble 4, to leave 170. Now, if he takes this out, it'll be the greatest leave in the history of darts.
Well, he won't because he hit treble 1, but Bain's on a bogey number anyway.
$62.
Again, it's a patchy leg from both players. But Norris just about favourite here.
And you recall 108.
Yep.
68. Jamie recall 111.
This is a key shot. If he can take this, treble 17 would have left tops. You just get the feeling that
79.
Jamie Bain hasn't got the mojo that he had yesterday. Tops for Norris, and he'll be 3-1 in front.
Yeah, maybe the case is that that win yesterday, that performance yesterday, just has taken something away from Jamie Bain. Double 10 though for Norris here now.
30.
And it just opens the door once again here
He's been doing that a lot over the last few weeks, Alan Norris. He's been missing key doubles, 3 darts in hand. This is tricky.
24.
And he's furious with himself. Maybe he should have switched on the hockey and just used a bit more room. He's got to rely on Norris missing. And he is missing.
Jamie, you require 8. You show to the full
there it is.
Jamie.
Jamie Bain shaking his wrists and hands
The flag,
as if he said, come on, let's get this going. And there's a reason why Jamie might be a little bit rattled today. Spoke to him yesterday after his match.
93.
And happy as he was to get a great victory, he got the news that his dad was taken into hospital and he was genuinely
85.
thinking of flying home. Just goes to show what kind of a family man he is. But the good news is that his dad's all right.
And his darts are all right there as well.
I know his fiancée Paula will be cheering him on all the way back in Aberdeen.
55.
It's a roller coaster when you watch your partner sometimes, and at the moment, Jamie is in front.
58.
Boy, we've had 4 successive breaks to throw in this match already, 2 apiece. The checkout stats took a bit of a hammering in that last leg.
140. Jamie require 170. 60.
It's frustrating stuff from Jamie Bain because one visit he's brilliant, the next there's very little difference in the throw, but it's just so much on the wire.
Jamie require 110.
Game of millimetres that we play here. Treble 18. Still needs that treble 18, but all of a sudden Norris has got a sniff.
Yeah.
78. And you require 81.
Lovely first dart, double 12. Some way off.
Come
on is the cry from Alan Norris. And we have another break of throw, 5 on the spin.
Well, yesterday we had a match with Jamie Lewis, didn't we? With Dimitri Vandenberg, which yielded 11 holes of throw.
Yeah,
I wonder what the odds would have been on 11 breaks.
Well, it could still happen. Another neat and tidy check out from Alan Norris, and it's another neat and tidy start to this 6th leg as well.
These guys know each other very, very well. Mentioned before that Jamie lives in Aberdeen. Well, Alan, formerly known as the man from nowhere, lives in Bain in Scotland.
6 perfect darts for Alan Norris. The 9-dart dream is alive once again here in Vienna. We came so close on 4 occasions in Hamburg last time on the European Tour. And now it all rests on the shoulders of Alan Norris. Can he find the Holy Grail? 7 perfect darts. End of the road once again. Well, it should be a hold of throw though for Alan Norris here. He's left himself double 1 though.
Well, we know what boo is in German. It's boo. He does like a 9-darter. He got a fair wage of cash for hitting it at the Players' Championship last year.
He did indeed. 35 grand, I think it was. Double 1 though for a 4-2 lead. It's the first hold of throw, and that is, well, definitely more important than a 9-dart finish for Alan Norris right now. No doubt about that whatsoever. These two, by the way, have met a couple of occasions before. They met fairly recently, in fact, in the Players' Championship in the 3rd round of one of the Pro Tour events. It was the 8th one of the year. Norris won that one 6-0. And he also won it 6-4 when they met a couple of years ago, again on the Players' Championship circuit. And as things stand, it looks as though Norris will make it 3 out of 3 here. Unless Bain can find a response.
That's the 2nd time, Rob, that I've seen a 10-dart leg finished on double 1. The only other person to do that, from my recollection, is Michael van Gerwen. 180, 139. 180, 139 double 1. It's one of those don't try it at home kids. But I tell you what, if you can, give it a go.
94.
Not as easy as Alan Norris made it look. 94 for 11-dart leg. And the answer to the 10 is an 11. Great riposte from Jamie Bain. Or, as I like to call him today in Austria, Rainier Wolfcastle.
Well, it was 9 perfect darts for Alan Norris if you include the 2 from the back end of the previous leg when he checked out on 81 with treble 19 and double 12. So 9 perfect darts in a way. Not the way we wanted to see it, though. But Bain has got one back.
Well, just when you think Alan Norris has stamped his authority on the game, Jamie Bain comes back with a great counterpunch.
Well, it was important he held there, and he did, though, for the first time in this match.
140.
You talk to a lot of players around the circuit, you know, about the equipment that they use and the colours that they use on their flights and stems. It's very important
100
for their superstition and what they like to see in their eye line. Talking to Jamie, he's been using yellow stems and
77.
somewhat peach-coloured flights forever. That's his favourite colour combination. Alan's only been using this colour combo for about a year now.
92.
But in that year, it's been fairly effective. He's won a couple of titles. Treble 17 would have left double 18. He's got 70 left.
87.
He'll come back for 60, but only
And you require
if Chuck
130.
misses this 130.
Well, treble 20 is found. Bullseye.
105. Jamie requires 60.
And that means Bain has a terrific opportunity for a break of throw. Should get 2 darts at tops here to secure it. Only needs 1. And that's a really good response by Jamie Bain, and this is bubbling into a really keenly fought encounter now.
Game on.
It's game on now because Jamie Bain's break there has wrestled the advantage from Chuck.
80.
He's now got the darts. If he can hold twice, he's through.
3 breaks of throw apiece here.
140.
So you suspect there might be 1 or 2 more twists and turns to come. Jamie Bain shading the averages, nothing like what he was producing yesterday.
Now the winner of this one gets Ian White or Martin Schindler. Martin Schindler, not too popular here yesterday when he was playing Roby John Rodriguez.
41.
Damaging for Norris, that. Even more so now. Okay, it's on the Bain throw, but Bain is just building momentum here, looking for a 3rd successive leg here.
Well, in those 3 legs, he's played brilliantly.
Absolutely brilliant from Norris. Timely response, just putting Jamie Bain under a fair degree of pressure now.
Well, just when you think you've got a bit of breathing space, he snaps that 180 in and changes the complexion of the entire leg.
Alan Norris looking at 140 for a very, very unlikely steal. He's got the first 2, double 10.
120.
Not to be, but he may return.
That would have been 320 points and 6 darts. This could be 87 in 3. He'll hope for bullseye. And it's there! Scotland 5, man from nowhere 4. And just to keep his throw, he finds a bit of brilliance from that pocket.
58.
3 darts that he will love to watch back again.
And again, crucially, it's another hold for Jamie Bain, and he's now 1 leg away. 3 legs on the spin he's won. What a brilliant checkout that was. 80. We have seen some really good finishing in this match. Norris with the 115 checkout, setting the tone in the opener.
100.
An 81 checkout on the bull from Norris as well, and that's 87 for Jamie Bain, putting him in the ascendancy here.
In a funny sort of way, Rob, I think this is a more impressive performance than yesterday.
Yeah,
because he's had to really get gritty with it. He didn't start the match well at all, but he has found something inside himself to bring out his best stuff at the very right time.
And there's more of the same. It's all clicking together now for Jamie Bain, and Alan Norris just has to keep pace as best he can here. And he's going the right way about it. That's a brilliant visit from Norris as well to get him down to a potential 2-dart finish from there. But Bain is now 84 away, but he misses the treble 20 that would have left double 12. And Alan Norris, Paul Nicholson's got his head in his hands. More on that in a moment. Alan Norris now looking at tops. Double 10.
50.
Well.
The reason for my hands going above my head It's the little 8 that Jamie Bain hit there.
Potentially damaging, but he should get 2 darts at tops. That was a long way off double 10.
36.
Well, there's just tension. It's tangible. It's absolutely tangible on the stage right now. Norris back in here at double 10 once again.
Just get the feeling if Norris hits this, he's got the impetus.
Now double 5 he missed before and he split it and he's thrown his darts in anger 50. At the wall there.
Jamie required 20.
And he's left himself 5 anyway. Just wonder if he might have been better off just busting the score completely. Bain might not take out double 10. But he does take out double 10. And Jamie Bain